Hey guys, it's Arleigh, and today I had a customer send me a message about their Urban Aero family, and it's getting a speed wobble. If you don't know what a speed wobble is, it's when you're going very fast, typically downhill, and your front wheel starts to shimmy or shake. On Bakfiets, this can happen because you don't have a lot of weight on the front wheel, but he's experiencing it when he has weight in the front. So I'm gonna pull in my Urban Aero and show you what I would check over and potentially adjust to help with any speed wobbling on your Bakfiets, and especially the Urban Aero family. So let me go get my bike. So the first thing I'm going to check are the headsets. You technically have two headsets on this bike or any Bakfiets bike. One is going to be at the handlebars and one is going to be at the front fork. So if you've ever adjusted a threadless headset, that's exactly what we're going to do. I'll do my best to find directions on the internet of how to adjust a threadless headset if you don't know how, and link them below. So let me show you where these are located. Here's your stem bolt, here's your top cap bolt with this little cover on it. And what you basically do is loosen this here, tighten this here, brings it all together. Make sure your front wheel is straight during all of this. And make sure you don't over tighten it where turning now makes it really tight or grinding. And then you tighten this back down, loosen that top cap just a little bit. Again, I'll put directions below. And then to get to the front headset is a little bit different because there is a top plate. The Urban Aero head tube plate is in the way. So right here we have the head tube plate, which we need to take out, and it's going to be two 4mm bolts right here. You just loosen those and then pull this out, and then you tighten that headset up just the same. Typically the speed wobble is from one of those things, but let's keep going down the list just in case that didn't fix it. So the next thing I check, and I actually check this fairly often every time I pump up my tires, and that's to check that my front wheel is tight and the hub feels solid. So here's your front wheel. You have a 5mm on this side, and then typically there's a 10mm nut here for a safety. I pulled mine off when I got a flat and lost it in the dirt. But you want to tighten here, make sure it's nice and tight, and then secure what should be a nut right here. And then the next thing I do is just do a wiggle test, wiggling this side to side, making sure you're not getting any play in here. Now to review what we've already done, we've tightened both headsets, checked the front wheel to make sure it's tight and that the hub is nice and tight, but not so tight that it's not rolling smoothly. Next up, we're gonna check the swing arm. So the swing arm has a lot of moving parts. Most of that is gonna be in this knuckle here, and this should not have any play. So this can wear out, this is replaceable, but I just do a nice check to make sure it's not wiggling. Tighten this, so this is a 5mm Allen and a 13 open wrench. And then these little nuts right there should be tight against the outside. So tight against here, tight against the swing arm. If these are tight against each other in the middle, this can have play. So this right now has zero play when I wiggle it around, and that's how it should be. Move to the back of the bike and do the exact same thing. So check for play here, check that these nuts are against the swing arm and this knuckle joint, and then check that these are tight. This should not wiggle on the bike. And then I will note that anytime I'm down here, either to adjust the kickstand or to check bolts, I'm checking these 6mm bolts that hold your bike together. Two on both sides. Typically, one of those things is what's causing your speed wobble. I have heard in rare cases, specifically people that live where it's really hilly, that their headsets wear out prematurely on the front just due to potholes and high-speed declines. So for those folks, there is a headset from King Creek. I'm going to butcher the name. I think it's called Viscosity. But the basic idea is it has a built-in dampener where when you turn, it provides resistance. And for the two people I've known, and they haven't been local, so I am not the one that checked over all of those parts, that headset fixed their problem. Hopefully, all you Urban Arrow and Bakfiets owners don't experience the speed wobble, but if you do, let's do some safety checks to make sure that it's not a concern of the bike, and maybe you just need to get some weight on that front wheel. Different bike fits can also change that speed wobble. So the Urban Arrow is a really laid back fit, which is wonderful, super comfortable. But because you don't have any weight down on your hands, there's really no weight down on the front end of the bike. So you could also work on adjusting your front end, putting more weight on the front end when you're going downhill. See if that helps as well. If you did find this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment below. And if content like this, where I'm helping you leave the car at home, helps you, interests you, engages you, make sure to hit subscribe. Until the next video, this was Arleigh. Remember, bike more and worry less.